You're relocating to the Boston area and thinking, which suburb should I choose? You will regret if you choose the wrong suburb. In this video, I'm breaking down 3 very close suburbs with all the details. Let's go. Brookline is basically better than Boston. Brookline borders 6 of Boston's neighborhoods and Newton. It is known as the birthplace of JF Kennedy. It is one of the pricier suburbs. Homes here don't stay on the market long. But for buyers who want that balance of city living with suburban schools and community, Brookline is hard to beat. Each neighborhood here in Brookline has its own charm. College Corner is vibrant and full of coffee shops, bookstores, and restaurants, while areas like Chestnut Hill offer more privacy and larger single-family homes. One of my clients lived in Brooklyn, New York for years, and she told me that Brookline, Massachusetts gives her the same kind of vibes. When I first moved to US, I was constantly confusing the names Brooklyn in New York City and Brookline in Massachusetts. It took me a while to figure this out. So the northern part of Brookline, basically the area above the Green Line, D train tracks, feels a lot more like a city. You can walk almost anywhere and there's plenty of public transportation. It's actually really crowded. About 20,000 people living in every square mile. That's about the same as the busiest parts of Cambridge or Somerville, and even close to downtown Boston neighborhoods like Back Bay and Fenway. The rest of Brookline, especially the southern parts, is more spread out with bigger houses and even some mansion-style estates. But even with that mix, Brookline overall is still more crowded than many big cities you'd find in the south or west of US. Brookline has a few colleges like Hellenic College and the Holy Cross School of Theology, plus the Boston Graduate School of Psychoanalysis. You'll also see parts of bigger schools here like Boston University, Boston College, and Northeastern University. When it comes to younger people, Brookline public schools are highly ranked. Actually, US News High School rankings put it in the 28th place in the whole of Massachusetts. The elementary and middle schools are highly ranked too. Besides being super close to Boston, Brookline attracts people who don't want to drive to Boston for work every day. Some major hospitals here are Boston Children's, Brigham and Women's, Beth Israel Deaconess, but the western edge of Longwood area crosses into Brookline, around Brookline Avenue, Riverway, and parts near the Emerald Necklace. That's why a lot of doctors and medical staff choose to live in Brookline. It's literally a walk or a short bike ride away. What about public transportation, you might ask? Well, you will be lucky to live in Brookline because it's served by the light rail of the MBTA service. The C branch travels through Brookline and has 12 stops along the way. There are 5 stations on the D line that are in Brookline. Although not located in Brookline, the B branch is accessible to residents living in North Brookline, and the E branch to people living in Brookline Village. Now, if you want to shop, Brookline has some really fun spots. College Corner is full of boutique shops, bookstores, coffee places, and you can walk everywhere. Brookline Village is a little quieter with bakeries, cafes, and specialty stores. Washington Square has trendy shops and restaurants. For bigger shopping trips, there's the Chestnut Hill Shopping Center and the Chestnut Street at Chestnut Hill, with big name stores and some higher end options. And in the summer, don't miss the Brookline Farmers Market for fresh produce, flowers, and local goodies. Things to do. If you like museums, Brookline is really close to Museum of Fine Arts and the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. And if you want to catch a game, Fenway Park is just outside Brookline, so it's super easy to get there. Housing, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Brookline is super expensive, but if you can swing it, it's an amazing place to live. The average single family home costs $3,130,000, and that's up 17% from last year. Now, if you look on Zillow, it will say the average price in Brookline is $1,192,000. My numbers are from MLS as of the day of the recording of this video, taking only single-family home stats. So it might be much higher than Zillow. Actually, when I'm looking at what's available right now in Brookline, there are only 3 houses available under $2 million. So the homes that I'm talking about, the single-family homes, they are large. Usually they're on average 4,000 square feet. And if you like condos, the average price of a condo is $1,025,000. For more affordable housing options, you might consider neighboring Boston neighborhoods like Allston, Brighton, and Jamaica Plain. One of the fun things to do in Brookline is visit the Lars Anderson Auto Museum. It's full of classic cars, vintage motorcycles, and race cars. Plus, the beautiful estate and gardens make it a great spot to explore, snap photos, etc. Now let's go to Newton. Newton isn't just one town, it's actually 13 tiny villages stitched together. Think Newton Center for coffee shops, Highlands for tree-lined streets, and Upper Falls for charm. My clients love Newton. It's that amazing mix of proximity to Boston, but it's really suburban. Newton is so large, it has two, not one, but two high schools. Newton North and Newton South, and you'll see they are ranked differently, but fear not, both are really good. Newton North is 35th in Massachusetts and Newton South is 24th. So it is considered a town with excellent schools. So people tell me we want to go to Newton because of the schools. If you need to get to Boston, no worries. The Green Line's D branch has 6 stops in Newton. There's also the commuter rail with 3 stops. It can take you into Back Bay or west toward Worcester through Wellesley, Natick, and Framingham. When it comes to hospitals, Newton is surrounded by some of the best hospitals in the Boston area. Right nearby, you've got Newton Wellesley Hospital, which is part of the Mass General Brigham's. And just a short drive away are world-renowned spots like Brigham and Women's and Bath Israel. So whether it's everyday care or something more specialized, you've got top-notch options. Need to buy a house in Newton? The good thing is you have options in different price ranges, but the average price for a single-family home in Newton is $2,150,000. The change from last year in prices went down 0.52%, so I'm saying well, basically it stayed the same. The price per square foot went from $623 to $624. Condo prices have gone up 4% to $1,232,000. So what's happening in Newton in general? Newton has events all year long, from summer concerts, farmers markets, to fall festivals, winter holiday lights, and spring road races. So there's always something to do. Shopping. For shopping, Natick Mall is very close. It's the biggest shopping complex in the whole New England, with over 200 stores anchored by Nordstrom, Macy's. Really worth the drive. Newton's shopping scene is centered around the street at Chestnut Hill Square, and local village centers like Newton Center, Newton Highlands, where you have boutique shops, dining, and some high-end retail. Sorry to interrupt it for a second. If you're watching this on TV, scan the QR code so you can connect with me and schedule a virtual call with me. My name is Nouné. I'm a real estate agent. I have lived here for 30 years. I've been a full-time real estate agent for 15, so I can help you. Next on my list is Belmont. Belmont basically wears 2 faces. The commuter rail tracks make that obvious. Belmont Hill has larger lots and high-end homes. South of the tracks around Belmont Center and Waverly, you'll see more middle-class streets, smaller colonials, capes, and condos. Belmont is small, it's quiet, it's suburban. It's called the town of homes. Schools here are very strong. Belmont High School is ranked 9th in Massachusetts this year, and even the elementary and middle schools are very highly ranked. People move here because of the schools and the proximity to Boston. My twins actually were born and raised here, and they went to all public schools, and they got very good education. By the way, the new high school looks like a college campus. It's fabulous. Unfortunately, my kids graduated a couple of years before the new high school was built. Belmont makes commuting easy. So you've got 2 commuter rail stops that go straight into Boston's North Station, with quick stops in Harvard Square and Porter Square in Cambridge. Both huge hubs for getting anywhere else you need. Head the other way and the train will take you to Waltham, Concord, Acton, and all the way out to Fitchburg. Plus, there are plenty of bus options if you want even more flexibility. So you can take the buses to Harvard Square and from there go take the train and go anywhere you want. For housing, people love living in Belmont, and there are people who lived here for many generations. Actually, all three towns that I talk about, people lived here for many generations. They are very old towns. The average sale price of a house is 1.9 million. Compared to last year, it had price growth of 14.9%. Price per square foot went from $680 to $726. When they say condos, it's usually one floor of a two-family house. The average sale price of a condo is $1,040,000, 3% higher than last year. There are many hospitals close to Belmont. McLean Hospital is right there, Montalban Hospital, St. Elizabeth Medical Center, Brigham and Women's Hospital. When it comes to shopping, there is shopping available in Belmont Center, Arsenal Yards in Watertown that has 45 stores like the Old Navy Outlet, the Nike store, and movie theater. You can drive 20 minutes to Burlington Mall in Burlington. What's happening in Belmont? Beach Street Senior Center has many free exercise programs for seniors. The recreation department organizes sports events for adults and children. And in the summer, there are movie series in the town field, and there are free concerts in Payson Park. If you're thinking of moving to Massachusetts, QR code is right here. You have all my information in the description, and I will be happy to hear from you. My name is Nouné. Would love to help you.